An opportunity here at the home for the Atlanta Hawks. Looking sharp and focused for the task at hand. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. A view of the Atlanta skyline and all the action below it, as seen from the 17th Street Bridge. It's Thursday night, and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Look at Philadelphia. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot. And, of course, the Hawks, 2 spots down.
And, you know, right now for Atlanta, they were a team that no one knew quite what to make of entering the season. But as the year's gone on, it's become clear they're legit contenders.
Abundantly clear. I mean, they can compete with any team in the league, and I think they still have some upside, room for improvement.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, Joel Embiid and the Sixers have been through a lot in the last 5 years. At the beginning, there were so many losses on and off the court. But trust the process became a mantra, one that Embiid embraced. He said, "I think a lot about what I went through, how it prepared me to be a better man. I really feel like I'm the process, and the process is about me." Kevin, the process has turned out quite well.
Thank you, David. Conference rivals in this one, Clark. Does that matter as much as people think, or is it just another game?
I still think it matters to the players. I mean, they're a little less emotional now, rivalries. They're not as heated, a little more practical. I think it's mostly about making the playoffs and where you're seated.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then it's Josh Richardson, and it's Neto in at the point. And for Atlanta, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with John Collins. And it's Young in at the 1 spot. And it's the Hawks to start out. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Embiid.
Yeah, just never easy trying to guard Young without fouling. Yeah, he is great at finding ways to create these calls.
And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
The first free throw is good.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job, pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
Embiid, rebounded by Capella. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. And Herter gets it to go.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
Neto kicks to Simmons. Feeds to Embiid. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Down low, here's Collins. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And that's a quick foul for him there. It looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Embiid.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Again, Embiid missing. Here's Herter. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Hunter, the pass to Young. The three-pointer, no good. Last outing for the Hawks, it was a loss to the Raptors.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Atlanta on D. Here's Neto. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Simmons.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense.
Herter passes to Collins. Got a piece of it. And the rejection by Embiid.
You look at his combination of reach and timing, it makes Embiid a superb shot blocker.
Harris misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Hunter dishes to Capella. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the 76ers decide to take their first timeout here.
You know, after the Sixers were knocked out in the second round for the second straight year, there was some speculation, and I think unmerited, whether Brett Brown might be let go as head coach. The players voiced their support and made the decision easier to bring him back, and I think it was the right one. He's done a fantastic job as the leader of the Sixers.
And a great time to check out the power rankings, see how the teams are stacking up across the league. Taking a look at Philadelphia, they still have a firm hold on that second spot. Strong place to be.
And you know, right now, Atlanta, they win one, they lose one. They think they're going in the right direction, then they seem to take a step back. It's been a season of inconsistencies so far.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. And Coach Brown, Clark, captained the ship through some real rough times in the beginning.
And, you know, Kevin, I think for that reason and the job he's done here recently, he's earned the right to see this thing through. It's a result-oriented profession. I know that, and I understand it. But this is a team built to contend, and that's the expectation. And I'd like to see Brett Brown have a chance to bring it to full fruition.
Outside, Simmons. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Now, here's Hunter. Richardson covering. Young for three. That shot, no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, and in that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
And the hustle they showed on that end was infectious, contagious. I mean, their squad really got after it.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Ooh, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
Here's Herter. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Raptors in Toronto.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The 76ers trail by 9. Embiid kicks to Simmons. Over Hunter. No good from Simmons. Here's the Hawks with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Hunter with it. Harris is there. Outside Collins. Pass to Capella. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop.
Simmons doing a nice job there mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult for the opposition, and that's a mindset but also activity and energy display.
Here's Young. That one misses. 3 shots all come up empty. Here's Richardson. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Passes to Capella. Here's Herter, guarded by Embiid. Clock at 6. Young drives in, and Embiid with the block.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for the Hawks. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing by 5.
Hey, come around, come around.
It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Can't shake Simmons. He is very used to getting hit on these kinds of looks and just plays right through the contact.
Now here's Teague. He's definitely not pleased how he played against Toronto. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Embiid.
Man, I like the tenacity of Teague there. I mean, embracing contact whenever he drives it inside. That's the mark of a smart basketball player. Well, you look at Jeff Teague, and his game does not have a lot of flash, but his handles, those are rush hour caliber. This guy has that ball on the string, folks.
The first one falls. And with Teague, Clark doesn't do anything flashy, but the stats do add up.
Yeah, he's very steady and quiet, understated. But you watch him out there, and he's a competitor now. Before last year, Teague had made the playoffs 9 straight years in a row, and that doesn't happen by accident.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Horford's checked in. And so he makes both from the line.
And you know what I like most about Teague is his confidence. I mean, he's unflappable. He's cool and composed, and yet plays the game with a real fire.
Now here is Harris. A 26-point game for him in the win against Golden State. That shot off. Collins with some nice D.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing. Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Boy, the timing Capella has on the defensive end, outstanding. Terrific at knowing exactly when to go up for those blocks.
The 76ers trail by 7. Here's Simmons, and he goes big with a dunk right on top of John Collins.
And, you know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
Now, here's Capella. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Raptors in Toronto. Here's Hunter. Again, the Hawks score.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
Here's Neto. Dishes to Richardson. And the rejection by Collins. They shoot again. Harris misses.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
And Greg Huerter, the 19th pick back in 2018, sweet touch and at 6'7". Good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlenk, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Huerter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
First free throw is good for the Hawks. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. Damian Jones comes in for Collins. And DeAndre Bembry's subbed in for Hunter. Mike Scott's checked in for Philadelphia. And Robinson III comes in for Richardson. So he gets them both. Mark, here we are in mid-season, and some teams have already exceeded early expectations, starting to show that they are the real deal.
Yeah, no fluke, and that's what we call validation. Again, you have such a long season early on. The schedule can work in your favor, but as we get to this point in the season, Kevin, teams are starting to show you who they really are, answering doubters, and it's got to be extremely satisfying when you prove folks wrong.
Absolutely. There's Bembry, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Teague drives in. Jones, no one around him. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And Simmons kicks to Robinson. Another miss by Philadelphia. Atlanta leading by 9. There's Bembry. And it's sent back by Horford. Robinson against Jones. Robinson misses. Atlanta's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Here's Huerter and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Neto. Jeff Teague with the rebound. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And the crafty, cunning Teague, fantastic at finding ways to score down low.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. 11-point game. Here's Neto. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. A floater. No good from Simmons. And it's the Hawks' ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Bembry the pass to Huerter. Here's Bembry over Robinson. Bembry shot good. And the Hawks lead by 13.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Timeout called, the 76ers. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Huerter. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for the 76ers. Robinson finds Simmons.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control even when facing physical contact.
Now here's Teague. He's got 6. And stolen by Scott. And now Philadelphia on the break.
Oh. I tell you, it doesn't get any easier than this, guys. I mean, Simmons finishing with power.
Teague against Simmons. And Teague, here we go. Here's Dedmon. Misses off the left iron.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
And that one falls for Robinson. Both shots good from the stripe. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
And, of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent level. Greg, he has a high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, great size, length, the fluidity as an athlete. He can make an impact at both ends of the floor, shoots the three well for a young player, and you love his ability to match up really 1 through 5.
And the first one drops. Look, it seems that guards are rebounding now more than ever. What do you make of that trend?
You know what, Kevin? I think it's a function of how the game is played. More and more teams play small ball, where they really don't have a big guy out there or a traditional center out there. You may have guards and wings, and oftentimes your tallest guy might be 6'8". So it makes it important for guards and everybody to rebound the ball. So I think you see more guards getting more rebounds because of teams playing small ball as a function of the three-point shot's importance in the game.
Here's Thibault. Another miss by Philadelphia. Atlanta leading by 9. Reddish the pass to Bembry. Now the pass to Teague. It's Jones on the wing. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 5 to shoot. From the left block. Shots good by Dedmon. And the Hawks lead by 11.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Thibault. And Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. O'Quinn, the pass to Simmons. 6 to shoot. Over Teague.
And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Greg, bottom line is they're ahead on the scoreboard, and that's all that matters.
The 76ers shooting their third free throw shot of the game. .32 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside, Jones. Back to Teague. Over Simmons. Simmons with the defensive effort.
Oh, just everything right about that crossover. Just didn't have anything left there for the finish. Oh no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
He hits the second from the line. 15 seconds left in the first. Teague against Simmons. Outside Teague, stolen by O'Quinn. And so the first quarter is in the books. Hawks ahead, up by 7. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I would say that's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work hard as I can, and just enjoy the present. Enjoy the present.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
You've got Reddish, Bembry out there with Trae Young. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Jones in at the four-man position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. Shot clock at 3. Here's Thibault. Rebound by the Hawks. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Bembry, and he jams it with authority.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Sometimes you just have no way of stopping Simmons on the interior. I mean, he's a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
And he sinks the second. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
And here is Simmons following the three-pointer by Trae Young. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Simmons.
Boy, he's a real bully inside. I mean, you forget sometimes that Simmons is 6'9", 6'10", with nice touch. It's a nice combination near the basket.
Shots good from Young.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Here's Thibault. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Embiid. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Embiid is a very assertive player, a player who fights the defense on these contact finishes and does so with confidence.
Pass to Dedmon. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Young's shot is off. The 76ers trail by 10. Here's Thibault. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Thibault's got his first basket.
Well, Simmons has what I call see-ahead vision. I mean, he sees a play ahead, and he's a great passer.
Pass to Dedmon. And Jones has it in the corner. That's tipped. Embiid with the steal. And here they come. Young against Simmons. 11 feet away. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Simmons against Young. Simmons inside. It's good. Simmons got 5 points now this quarter.
And, you know, this is why Simmons is an all-star caliber player, guys, because he has the ability to dominate games.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor.
Atlanta making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. John Collins comes in for Jones. And Hunter subbed in for Bembry. Then for the 76ers, Tobias Harris is checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Josh Richardson comes in for Mike Scott. And Raul Neto is subbed in for Simmons. Now, here's Collins. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Here's the break. Here's Neto, defended by Young. Passes it to Richardson. Shot clock at 6. Over Reddish. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Richardson.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Now, here's Reddish. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Now Harris after the missed 3 from Trae Young. Neto kicks to Embiid. Neto surveying the floor. You can't get that one. Good defensive work there by Young. Here's Hunter. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. The free throw drops for Hunter. Look, we've talked about footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, his use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard has got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall. He's long-armed, and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. And not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
Now here's Richardson. An 11-point game for him in the win against Golden State.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
You know, the mindset Harris has is one that allows him to be ready to shoot as soon as that ball touches his hands. Catch and fire.
Young outside. Kicks it out to Collins. Fires for three. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists now in this one.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers, trailing here by 8. Richardson outside. Now here is Horford. Defense is right there. He dishes it to Harris. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Atlanta leading by 8. Young taking his time here. From downtown. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Richardson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Richardson's got 8 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here is Young. A 24-point outing in their last game against Toronto. And Harris wide open. He shoots off the mark there with the three-point shot. Atlanta's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. In the corner, Collins with it. He kicks it to Reddish. And the pass to Young. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, you can't be overzealous inside when you guard Young. You got to be better at contesting without fouling.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Atlanta.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And that's what's created a rhythm for them offensively. That's also why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump shot.
That free throw good from Young.
Pretty obvious Young believes in his ability. A fearless shooter who also does a good job at orchestrating the offense.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Reddish. He's perfect from the line this time.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Neto kicks to Harris. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. And getting very close to seeing our final list of contestants for the dunk contest. And you know everybody in the discussion right now really wants to compete.
I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, if you got the hops and the repertoire, you want to show what you can do.
You look at Simmons. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
And the list of participants is going to be final soon, so we'll be sure to keep you posted. This year's dunk contest should be a very special one.
And every year it seems we see something in the dunk contest that we've never seen before, and I don't think this year will be any different.
Richardson, no luck. The Hawks leading by 8. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Embiid.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And the first one at the line is good. The last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours on their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours. Now here is Harris. He has 5. Goes back up, and he lays it up and in. Harris has got 5 points in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's Teague. He's got 6. Outside Collins. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Here's Capella, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The 76ers trail by 8. Now Robinson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Richardson outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Richardson's got 11 points. And Teague's got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. Pass to Herter. Kicks to Capella. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Harris. Got a hand on it.
And putting that 7'2" wingspan to good use. Hunter can be an elite defender if he keeps working at it.
Herter. Out left to the wing. Here's Hunter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hunter's got 4 points in the quarter. There's 1:40 left in the second quarter. Richardson outside. Harris outside. Outside for Robinson. From outside the arc, drills the three-pointer. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
1:11 left to play in the first half. Here's Herter, guarded by Robinson. 6 to shoot. Pass to Teague. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. For the Hawks, Wayne Dedmon comes in for John Collins. And it's Bembry in for Hunter. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Simmons is checked in. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Saturday, they head out on the road and face the Mavericks in Dallas. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And for the matchup with the Celtics, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
So it's Philadelphia now, following the bucket by the Hawks. Here's Embiid. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got 3 assists in the game. The Hawks leading by 4. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Teague kicks to Bembry. Back to Teague, and stolen by Richardson. And Robinson wide open, he shoots. No good on the 3. Here's Herter. Pass to Bembry. With 1 on the clock. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Hawks lead by 4. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They hold a 4-point lead. Kenny?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight. Not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
I love it. You know why I love it, Ernie? Because they're getting the ball inside and converting. Not just sitting back behind the line shooting threes. See, that's kept the defense scrambling a little bit. Not able to lock in on anything. Get it in, we'll kick it back out, then you shoot it.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. Harrison and Embiid together in the middle. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Neto in at the point guard. So it's the Hawks now, following the miss by Josh Richardson. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Reddish.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. That misses, so he splits the free throws. The 76ers trail by 5. Here's Simmons, and stolen by Hunter. Young from outside hits the three-point bomb. Young's got 12.
And the effortless shooting motion. Young's three-point jumper is just poetry in motion and has it on automatic.
Here's Hunter. Now the dish to Collins. In the corner, it's Hunter. No good with the triple.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Boy, proving to be a handful once again, guys. Embiid, so tough to keep off the glass because of his agility and size.
And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's Atlanta now. Atlanta leading by 8. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Neto. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Simmons. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Simmons. 13 points in the game. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Yes, that goes in.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Here's Neto following the basket by Trae Young. Outside, Simmons. And just miss after miss right now. Atlanta leading by 14. Young in the corner. Jacks up a 3. And no good that time. Simmons with the defensive effort.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
And he gets the bucket. And that's now 10 points for DeAndre Hunter.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the 76ers. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
I mean, he continues to burn them with his scoring. The coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Embiid. Here's Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 3rd assist on the night. The Hawks leading by 14. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Herter. He can't hit that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Neto, the pass to Harris. It doesn't go for him.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And now that we have a moment, let's see the best free throw shooting teams in the NBA. 4th, the 76ers.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
First one falls for him. Damian Jones is checked in for Atlanta. Reddish comes in for Kevin Herter. And Philadelphia making a change here. He doesn't get the second one. The 76ers trail by 15. Neto, the pass to Thibault. Second shot opportunity, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And checking out the numbers for Young. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. Putting up about 24 points per, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
He's off on the first. Scotty's checked in for the 76ers. And he's good on the second. And here's Atlanta. They're on a 15-5 run. Out to the wing. Here's Reddish. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys, just as much in this half as the first.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. The 76ers trail by 16. Young with the steal. Hunter dishes to Young. The Hawks again can't hit.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
The pass to Neto. And it's blocked, and he gets it back. 3 on the clock. Scott can't get it to go, and it's Jones with the ball for the Hawks. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. And here's Reddish. He's got 5. The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Capella, and stolen by Scott. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. The 76ers trail by 16. Neto kicks to Simmons.
Yeah, a strong defender is Capella. He uses his reach to bother shots and shooters, and I like the commitment he shows at that end of the floor.
Now, here is Young after Ben Simmons' miss. Pulls up on the wing. Shots good from Young. Young's got 9 points here in the second half.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Pass to Scott. Simmons passes to Thibault. Now Scott. Pass to Neto. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Kevin, let's look at where the Hawks stand in the NBA rankings right now.
You know, you go back to their 3-point field goal percentage, some true dead eyes on their roster, no doubt. And that's such a luxury offensively. They have been absolutely lights out.
The Atlanta making some changes. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella, and it's Bembry in for Hunter. And it's the Hawks' ball. They're on a 19-5 run. Here's Bembry. Passes it to Jones. Young for 3. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
And here's Neto outside. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Missed inside.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Sensational speed by Simmons, trucking it down the court and beating everybody.
The Hawks leading by 16. Young with the ball. 18 points for him. There's the pass to Reddish. Shoots it up. Dedmon's shot is off.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Pass to Thibault. Outside for Simmons. Cans the 12-footer. Simmons got 17 now.
I think this is what we all want to see from Simmons, more of him expanding his game and working in the jump shot.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can at times be unstoppable.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
The 76ers trail by 17, and Philadelphia calls time here. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
So for the Hawks, Clint Capella comes in for Jones, and it's Teague in for Reddish. And here are the 76ers now. 17-point game. And stolen by Jeff Teague. Young with no one around. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Hey, you got to put a body on Capella. I mean, he's a tenacious offensive rebounder and does a nice job using his body.
The 76ers trail by 19. Outside, Scott. Now here's Simmons. He's got 17. To the paint. The offensive rebound. Atlanta's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Stolen by O'Quinn. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 4 assists in the game.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And it's blocked by Scott. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Here's Young. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Fast break, here they come. Goes up the baseline. Another shot. And O'Quinn kicks to Horford. These players have been vacuums on the boards recently, leading the league in rebounding the past month. The 4th spot held by Clint Capella. And, of course, Joel Embiid.
What a rebounding show these two have put on. That's exactly the kind of effort you like to see from your bigs.
Free throw drops for Al Horford.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
And Al Horford drops them both.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Robinson against Young. To the left wing. Capella, the pass to Dedmon. Over Horford. Shots good by Dedmon. Dedmon's got 6. And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
They get it back. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Horford. Putting up about 10 points a night, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
The first free throw is good. Tobias Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. Richardson comes in for Simmons. And so O'Quinn nails both of them. Now Teague. He has 6. Young outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
You know, the cleverness Young possesses is just uncanny. Puts the defense in a bind whenever he drives it to the rack.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
And examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
And that one falls for Young. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
You know, guys, it's crazy to think that Joel Embiid once considered quitting the game. I mean, his first practice at Kansas, a senior dunked on him so hard he went to the coach and said, maybe I should get out of this stuff. Luckily, the coach talked him down, and now we see one of the best in the league.
And here is Teague after Tobias Harris getting his shot to go from deep. And the rejection by Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Collins checked in for Atlanta. Kevin Huerter comes in for Young. The 76ers also with a sub. Raul Neto's checked in for Robinson. Off the inbound. Huerter, no good. And some real adversity for Joel Embiid after leaving Kansas. Foot injuries costing him the first 2 years Clark of his career. And then back in Cameroon, the tragic passing of his beloved brother.
Yeah, that's a hard road to hoe, and adversity oftentimes, while painful, can steel us for the promised land or positive outcomes. And, you know, Embiid really driven by his goal to inspire others in Africa to make a better life, and that drove him to be where he is now.
59 seconds left to play in the third. Neto kicks to Harris. Over to the left wing. Here's Embiid. Bembry with the rebound. The Hawks leading by 15. To the middle. And stolen by Harris. Embiid, the pass to Richardson. Horford finds Richardson. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound Atlanta. Dedmon's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Kevin, not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously not what they need right now. He's got to score.
Back to Neto. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for Atlanta, the big men are Collins and Dedmon. Teague out there with Bembry, and it's Herter in at the 3. And here are the 76ers now. Down by 15. Here's Neto. Sweet little floater.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
The Hawks leading by 13. Teague drives in. The shot's good.
Yeah, man, I tell you, Teague's ability to adjust on the fly while getting bumped on the drive. Kept his composure. Well done.
The 76ers shooting about 33%, not happy with their play on that end. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Neto, the pass to Harris. Shoots. Dedmon with the block. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Shot by Collins, no good. The 76ers trail by 15. And here's Richardson outside. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got 7 rebounds in the game.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Shot by Collins, no good. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Neto, that's a 2-pointer. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Now here's Teague. He's guarded closely. Let's go. No good that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Here's Harris. Reverses. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Herter passes to Collins. Puts it up from 7 and off the glass. That one's good. And the Hawks lead by 15.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Here's Neto. He kicks it to Richardson. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Neto can't get it to go. The Hawks leading by 15. They get a hand on it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. And the Hawks making a change here. Hunter's checked in. On defense, the 76ers. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. The 76ers trail by 15. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Neto. The 76ers with another miss.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And finished off by Collins.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses, understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Here's Richardson. Dedmon with the block. Here's Hunter. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Neto after the basket by DeAndre Hunter. Richardson outside. Harris inside the line. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Hey, and when you neglect to box Embiid out, you pay the price. His athleticism, impressive.
And here is Teague to the inside. Dedmon. He's off on that one. Good D by Embiid. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Richardson gets a wide open look. His three-pointer's off the mark. And Collins has got the ball here for the Hawks. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points over Horford. Shot by Collins, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now here is Harris. Pass to Horford. Rebounded by the Hawks.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Now here's Richardson. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. The 76ers again can't hit it.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Hunter with it. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Neto. Passes it to Embiid. Here's Neto. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
Atlanta making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. And Trae Young subbed in for Teague. And the 76ers also making a change. Simmons is checked in. No good on the second free throw. Atlanta leading by 18. To the left side wing. Here's Collins. Lays it up off the glass. Collins has got 6 in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Philadelphia's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Richardson outside. Mark, we've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing it?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done visibly, but not overdone.
Neto can't get it to go. The Hawks have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%. 7 of 14. And it's sent back by Horford. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. Philadelphia on D. It's an 18-point game, and they're able to recover. Capella with the bucket.
Boy, Capella's so special. Great strength, good focus, especially when he's being defended like that. That's good work there.
Now here's Simmons. And there's the pass to Neto. Back to Horford. Clock at 6. Richardson, that's a two-pointer. Good as the jump shot falls.
An elite distributor for a big man. Horford is the kind of guy you want to play basketball with.
To the wing right side. Here's Herter. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 6th rebound on the night. For 3, Harris. Rebounded by the Hawks. Collins has got 11 rebounds in the game. Young outside. And stolen by Simmons. Now the 76ers on the break. Yep, that one goes in there. Neto's got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
Young passes to Capella. Back to Young. Launches it. It's hauled in by Harris. The 76ers trail by 16. Pass to Horford. Collins with some nice D.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Now, here is Young. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. And finished off by Collins.
You know, a stellar floor general. Young has that uncanny ability to find his guys at the right time.
And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Pass to Simmons. Back to Neto. High arcing shot. Rebounded by the Hawks. Collins has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. The Hawks leading by 18. Young outside. Passes to Herter. 6 to shoot. No good from 11 feet. Philadelphia has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Simmons passes to Horford. The feed to Richardson. And Simmons kicks to Horford. Back to Simmons. Looking to get back on track here.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in.
One shot.
That one misses for Young. The 76ers trail by 18. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Love the connection Simmons has with his teammates. I mean, once the lob is on its way, you know he's going to finish in style.
Young outside. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Young. Both good from the line that time. The 76ers trail by 18. Simmons inside over Hunter. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Atlanta.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
Boy, I tell you, look at these teams, Greg. They're very evenly matched. This could be one of the better in-conference battles we see this season.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Trae Young.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
The shot by Collins, no good.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
29 seconds left in the 4th quarter. On its way from Burks for 2. Rebound by the Hawks. They led the game at 1 point by 20. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Graham surveying the floor. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.